What do we have for Aries, please? Judgment, Pluto, Scorpio energy in reverse at the foundation. What do we have at the sacral, please? Aries, I just heard let something crumble. Don't try to hold it together. What do we have at the sacral, please? Eight of Wands, Sag energy at the sacral. I'm hearing that there's some sort of push forward, but something needs to, I just heard come apart at the seams. Don't try to stitch it together, or don't try to, again, hold it together. Page of Cups at the solar plexus, water energy. There's some sort of new beginning here for you, which I feel goes without saying based on the channelings that we've already had come through. But let's get some more energy here. What do we have at the heart position, please, Spirit? Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy at the heart. Aries, there's something here that has been taking your time, your energy, your life force from you. And what I mean by that last phrase is, as time pushes on, you feel less and less fulfilled by whatever this energy is here that I'm picking up on. Now, though you are all going to be on different paths, some of the topics I'm picking up here are going to be in your career. It's going to be with relationships. Those are probably going to be the two biggest ones, but it could also be with mindsets and behavioral patterns. But the message here from the divine is very clear. This is the universe literally saying to you, make that move and we will catch you. The Judgment card at the foundation is a kind of awakening. It's a rebirth. This is you being opened up to a new chapter in your life and the possibilities of what could actually come to pass. I feel that you have been in a cycle of your life that has just been feeling more and more draining as time has gone on, and it's become incredibly unfulfilling to you. Now, the Judgment card, when it's in reverse, is you quite possibly trying to ignore the way you feel, or maybe you think you're overthinking something, or maybe there's some sort of fear there as to what could happen if you let something go. But it's also an energy of you avoiding some sort of truth, and that truth is how you feel. I feel that right now the most important thing is honoring how you feel, honoring your heart. The universe is asking you, hey Aries, why don't you stop grinding away for a minute, okay? Let us talk to you. We want to know what would truly make you happy. What's in your heart? What do you see for yourself? What do you feel for yourself? Does it feel like the path you're on right now in this very moment is going to get you there? Because if it's not, why don't we do something about that right now? There's an opportunity here. It's actually in the astrology for you. The Eight of Wands is an energy that wants you to redirect your focus on what truly lights the fire in your belly at that sacral position, which is the fire in your belly. The Page of Cups at the solar plexus is an energy that is asking you to follow your intuition, to follow your heart, and allow it to lead you to a confident new beginning at that solar plexus. And that Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy at the heart position, is you pinpointing and eradicating any energies in and around your life which are in direct opposition with you coming into alignment and focus with this true heart's desire and this real vision for your life. You know, sometimes we get so preoccupied with trying to hold things together that we don't realize that maybe we lost our way a little bit. And that sounds a lot worse than the reality of things. And what I mean by that is we can set off down a path with a goal in mind. And as we're grinding away in that space, day after day, year after year, we sometimes don't even realize that we've lost our focus on the original intended target, which is when we get messages like this coming through where the universe says, hey, let's step back here. Does this still look like what we originally intended to manifest into our life? Because something here is saying, nah, it doesn't. Something's changed. And Aries, I feel that's where a lot of you gotten on your path. And that's okay, because what I'm also hearing is that everything had to unfold exactly like this. And the reason for that is because a door is going to open up for you in the space you find yourself in now. And what does that mean? Well, it means that you had to go down this path. You had to quite possibly lose sight on the original vision so a new opportunity could cross your path and course redirect you down another path. So this means that everything has happened in a perfect divine order. But now's the time to look up. Now's the time to reassess. Now's the time to reconnect with that original vision. And now's the time to let anything crumble that isn't serving you on the path moving forward from this point. What do we have at the throat, please, Spirit? Queen of Wands, fire energy at the throat. Now, the Queen of Wands is an energy of self-mastery, and I feel that this is really highlighting the fact that you had to come down this path because you had to gather a specific kind of wisdom to then course redirect and go down another path. In other words, you needed the experience, Aries, but now you have it. And by the way, all of this is going to make so much more sense once you finally let something crumble here, get on the other side of it, and see how the universe has been working in this perfect divine order in your life. You know, we've all been through these situations where we go a certain place and maybe we meet somebody who we didn't even know we were going to meet, and they say something to us that leads us to some sort of idea, and that idea leads us down another path in our life, etc., etc. It's like the universe leaving breadcrumbs for you and laying out a perfect blueprint that you can't quite see yet because, well, you can't see the forest for the trees, right? You don't have the perspective. You don't have that aerial position over your situation and over your life path to really understand what's going on. But with this judgment in reverse, this is why you need to trust the divine right now. Don't doubt the direction that you are being guided to go. I feel that some of you are on the precipice of some sort of big decision in your life, or a decision that's at least going to see you closing out one cycle and beginning another. There's just something here. If the words I'm channeling through in this very moment make you say to yourself, oh my God, I think this is about this, that, and the other, or this situation, then this is your sign. My personal belief is that there are no coincidences, and this energy right here is a perfect example of that. So everything that's taking place, everything that you're feeling, everything that you're thinking is all for the reason of aligning you with this new path, with this new option. So let it flow, Aries. Let the universe work in your life. Don't push back. Don't try to resist. Let the chips fall where they may and allow the universe to work its magic in and around your life. And right on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So the Seven of Wands here to me is asking you to stop pushing back against what the universe is trying to execute in your life. And then that Five of Pentacles is the fear, right? Release the fear, allow the universe to do what it does, and just watch and see. Because this whole process that is unfolding right now is not only going to align you with this new path, like we mentioned, but you're going to have this whole new sense of faith once you're on the other side of it. It's like saying, oh yeah, there's definitely something to all this. I have never felt more seen and connected to Source and the universe in my entire life. I know that there's something out there working in my favor. I now know that if I release control to the universe and the universe only when I'm being guided to, then there's no telling the kinds of miracles that will begin to come into my life. What do we have at the third eye, please, Spirit? Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy at the third eye. Now, the Seven of Cups is speaking about options, so this is really following what we're saying perfectly. Right here, this individual has their eyes covered, right? It's like the universe is guiding them. They don't even need sight to see. And all these cups are representing different options here. It's like you allow the universe to guide you, and then the universe does what it does, arranges things behind the scenes, and brings all of this new energy across your path. Which one would you like, Aries? That's what we're getting here. And given the fact that Seven of Cups is at the third eye, and with the message that I just channeled through, we're seeing very clearly that this is an energy here of following your intuition and your higher guidance. What do we have at the crown, please, for Aries? Knight of Swords, air energy at the crown. Now, Aries, what I'm seeing here is quite interesting because I heard all that glitters is not gold. And I feel that this is really speaking about the path that you find yourself on at this time. For a lot of you, it's going to have to do with a relationship. For others of you, I feel that it could be some sort of career path that you have been making your way down, and it's just not It's just not it. It's very unfulfilling, and you just can't see yourself doing this for much longer, if at all anymore, moving forward. And the Knight of Swords is you taking action to do something about it. You know, a lot of you could have been dealing with the situation as well, where something in the field, could be the path you're on, it could be somebody else, but something here was trying to diminish your vision, or somebody was just trying to dim your light, is really what it comes down to. And this is really just another way of speaking about someone or something trying to impact your happiness in some capacity here, okay? But the universe is here for you right now and is trying to put a spotlight on this so you can catch it and do something about it before it gets to a point where it's more difficult to course redirect. You know, there's always an opportunity here for change, but tarot, especially the way I read it, very much works in tandem with the astrology. And like I mentioned, the astrology is here to support you taking that chance right now. So I would really encourage all of you to get the show on the road and not hold back. Just really jump in and do it. You know, taking a chance where you're actually facing some sort of fear head on is always a positive thing to do, but right now it's being highly rewarded. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So there's some sort of win-win solution here. And then the Six of Wands, that's an energy of victory. Six of Wands is also an energy of some sort of personal triumph, which could really just speak about you harnessing the self-confidence to push forward in a direction where maybe you felt some sort of restriction, or like you flat out couldn't for whatever reason. What do we have at the foundation underneath the Judgment card, please, Spirit? Death card, Scorpio energy, underneath the Judgment in reverse at the foundation. So both of these cards represent transformation, but both of them in the positions they're in also represent stagnation or resistance. So the Death card is an energy of transformation, moving forward. It's very positive. It's to say death to the old, right? But from this particular deck, it reads as Death card in its shadow. And that's an energy of feeling stuck, or like you can't move forward in some sort of direction. So both of those cards are practically the exact same energy, and they're both at the root chakra, the stability of your life. There's something there that Spirit is trying to encourage you to shift right now, and they are here for you with this Judgment card. But it's as if you are, I just heard you are standing on the threshold of a new beginning, and you don't even know it. What do we have at the Sacral, please, Spirit? Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy at the Sacral. You know, the Ten of Pentacles from this deck can speak about a loss of community. Take that as it resonates. It could just speak about geographical locations or the energies that you are currently surrounded with at this time. And it's to say that in order to go down this new path, you need to release some sort of environmental factors, which could be the reason for the hesitation. And it's understandable. But yeah, I just heard it comes down to you or them. I just heard you can't make everybody happy. You have to make yourself happy first, which of course goes without saying, but sometimes we just need to hear it repeated back to us to remind ourselves, oh yeah, I do have to make myself happy first. And that's underneath the Eight of Wands, which is the energy that's trying to move you down the new path. So something in your community or in your environment is the cause for feeling like you can't move in this direction. Yeah, there's a lot of indecision I'm getting here as well. I feel that you're having a difficult time just sticking to one decision. Some of you might even be going back and forth. Okay, I'm going to do it. Then the next day, I don't know if I can. Right? There just seems to be something that is holding you back. And again, a big part of it is external to you. I feel like it has to do with other people or something, again, environmental. Yeah, then we have the Moon card, Pisces energy on the bottom of the deck. And I just heard there's something in your path you're moving towards, and Spirit is trying to course redirect you before you come in contact with this energy. Now, that sounds a bit dark, but that's how they wanted me to put it to you. And it could be that you staying on this path any longer than you need to sees something crumbling in a way where you don't have the control that you still do in this moment. Oh, I mean, that's a Tower energy, right? The Tower is also represented by Mars. That's you and Scorpio. So the Tower is an energy of disruption. It's the most violent energy in the tarot. And what I'm picking up here is the universe is trying to get you to make a change before they have to make the change for you. That's what the Tower energy is. It's when the universe forcibly removes you from a certain space by way of circumstance. Now, though that sounds dark and chaotic, Aries, that's actually a really positive message, because that tells us that the universe is working in your favor, and that's always a good thing. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Too many cards. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Six of Cups, Scorpio energy at the solar plexus. Now, Aries, I feel that this Six of Cups underneath this Page of Cups at the solar plexus is telling us how you're going to feel should you not do something about this now. It's like staying on the path you're on or in this environment, however this shows up for you, leads to regret. Things just become louder is what I'm hearing. Things become more obvious. I just heard something about seeing the writing on the wall. You know, let's say, for example, this has to do with a person that you are being guided to move on from. Maybe you just begin to see them in a different light. Just something changes and you're like, what am I doing here? This person is living in the past. This person refuses to grow up. I'm starting to feel like I'm stuck in some sort of cyclical cycle that I don't like anymore. And it's past the point of decency. I need to get myself out of here immediately. And in that moment, it's a little bit harder than it would be now. Now, this is really just a long-winded way of saying if you stay in this situation, things get progressively worse, okay? And right on the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers from this deck is an energy of discord. It's Lovers red in its shadow, right? These two people are arguing. So that's a perfect example of what I'm picking up inside the energy. And it doesn't have to be connected to a relationship. It could be a career path. It could be anything, right? It could be a family dynamic. You place it as it fits. What do we have at the heart position, please, Spirit? Okay, there's two sides to this card. We're going to start on that side first. Okay, so this just followed what we said with that Lovers card, because this is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups from this particular deck, or on this side of the card rather, is also an energy of discord. It's an energy of arguments. Yeah, I'm hearing that something gets progressively worse to the point where it's completely unbearable. You know, it really gives a relationship that an individual keeps going back to. But now something, I just heard, reaches a fever pitch. There's something about staying in it past this point that leads to some sort of explosion, which would be the Tower that I've been feeling in the energy. And then we have the Two of Cups also on this side of the card. But this is the Two of Cups in its positive polarity. So this is speaking about you putting your happiness first, following your heart. And I think that's similar to what we mentioned earlier on in the reading. It's like the universe asking you to focus on your needs right now, because I feel that that's going to turn out to be the best thing, obviously, for anybody who you share your life with. What do we have at the throat, please, Spirit? Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy at the throat. And this is following what we're saying, because the Six of Pentacles is an energy of giving and receiving. You know, it could be that this particular cycle that you have been in has just been seeing you give too much of yourself to the point where you're depleted. You have nothing left for you. And it's just gotten to the point now where you're in the red zone. That's the simplest way I can put this. I just heard that there's a group of you out there that have already navigated this. You're on the other side of this, okay? If that is you, and you're now in this Six of Pentacles, right? You're pouring into yourself, which is in turn having an energetic influence on your environment. Leave a comment down below this video. Show some support for the other people that are going through this right now, because a lot of the times it's all of you that can lay out examples of what you've gone through, or say, yeah, this is true. I did go through this, and I decided to put myself first in this capacity, and it worked out for me. Okay. Because there's a whole other group of Aries right now that are really on the fence about this, or again, right, they're on the threshold of this whole new beginning and they don't even know it yet. And right on the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. And look, all these little cherubs are holding up this other cherub, right? It's like this just goes along perfectly with what I said. You Aries that are on the other side of this are lifting up all the Aries who haven't gone through this yet. What do we have at the third eye, please? Too many cards. What do we have at the third eye, please? I knew it was going to come out. The Tower, right there. We spoke it into existence. Mars, Aries, Scorpio energy at the third eye. This is you on the other side of this now, Aries. If you're in that group, right? This is you having gotten the memo. You're like, oh my God, if I don't do something about this now, there's going to be no turning back. It says right here, and this phrase is this reading. It says, disruption warns of disasters, aids in transformation. So everything I've been saying throughout the course of this reading has been confirmed. The universe is here right now to aid you in transforming your life, to redirecting yourself, and allowing for these new options to come through. By you disrupting your life right now to allow this new energy to come through, you save yourself from the universe doing it for you further down the path, which you want to try not to have to go through that tower. Even though the tower always leads to something good, it can be very inconvenient depending where you're at in your life, okay? So I'm here to give you the message beforehand so you don't have to deal with that. And by definition, the tower is an energy that's trying to bring a destruction to some sort of false security in your life, or just something that maybe worked at some point in time, but it's not meant to be a part of your path moving forward, okay? All right, what do we have at the crown to close this out for my Aries, please, Spirit? Whew. Wow. Judgment. Pluto, Scorpio energy at the crown to close out the reading. Incredible. We get Judgment in reverse at the beginning of the reading, and we get Judgment upright at the end of the reading. And see how it comes after you get the memo? You're like, oh my God, I've got to do something about this right now. Okay, universe, I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm ready for this awakening. I'm listening to you. I'm all ears, universe. Let's get the show on the road. That's what this energy is. You go from avoiding some sort of necessary change with the Judgment in reverse at the very beginning of the reading to getting the memo with this tower energy and allowing the universe to now lead you down this new path, the path to awakening. The awakening is the rebirth. This is your wake-up call, and this is also in alignment with your destiny, with your purpose. But the universe is asking you to make a final decision here and just stick to it. So Aries, I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading here, but hopefully we have channeled through some messages that can help assist you on your path. So with that, I will leave it here. All right, Aries, this is what I have for all of you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Also, if you got something useful from this video, consider giving it a hype, as hyping the video helps get the video into the algorithm so other Aries might be able to find the message a bit easier. If you would like to join the membership side of my channel where I upload additional videos each week, you can find the link in the description down below. You can also find information to personal readings as well as my online store in the description down below. But Aries, in closing, I would like to know how this reading resonated with you. So drop me a heart and or a comment, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care.